Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at timing in the golf swing with a focus on the lower body motion and how you push from your trail side to your lead side. We're also going to cover how to match up this lower body motion with your upper body, arms, hands and club. Hopefully you'll find a couple of keys in here to help you with your game. Thanks once again for tuning in. So today we're looking at the timing in the downswing with a focus on the lower body movement. But of course we're going to have to match up that lower body movement with the movement of the upper body, the arms, hands and club, because that is essentially what timing is. The timing differential between the accelerations of the different segments in the downswing. So when we see players move very fluidly with good rhythm and timing in their golf swing, it often is related to how they've moved through backswing. So to get a good timing in downswing, to have that almost effortless movement from trail side to lead side, we have to look back at how we've loaded through backswing, and often in cases as well, sometimes a little bit of conceptual stuff and learning how to transition better. But for today we can't touch upon everything, so I'm going to focus mainly on how we could load the trail leg, the trail hip, trail side a little bit better. A couple of things to keep in mind, but then more importantly, the timing of the push off the trail foot in the downswing. I'm going to present you with a very simple and intuitive exercise that you could use to build awareness of that movement in your golf swing. Okay, so as far as the lower body motion and loading through backswing, some of these things I'm going to touch upon here you may have heard before in some of my previous videos. So as far as loading backswing, we of course want to make sure we're in a good setup position. We're able to access the internal rotation now, our trail hip, but through backswing what we're going to look to see is that the trail hip actually gets higher than the lead hip. So I'm moving into my trail hip there. And a couple of keys that I like to give to players to make sure that we're loading properly is that the belt buckle is moving in towards the trail pocket, and as we're making that movement there, we're resisting with the foot. So it could feel like you're screwing your foot into the ground there. Okay, so that movement there should provide you with a sense of load in your hip. Okay, and from that position, you should feel as though you can actually start to put pressure into the ground in the instep of your trail foot in the start of downswing. So instead of pushing right away, pushing fully off the trail foot very early, which often leads to players having to hang back with the upper body or the head as they move into impact, what we're actually looking for is in the start of downswing, we're going to slowly create pressure in towards this big toe area, this pad under the big toe here. So as we're moving down, we're going to slowly increase that pressure to a point in downswing where we can actually push off through the shot, transferring everything towards the target as we move through impact. So I want to show you that from face on. So if I'm at the top of backswing here, the pressure is going to be just slightly towards my heel in my trail foot. And as I move halfway through downswing, the pressure is moving along my first metatarsal here, so it's moving along this line towards my big toe. So when I get to about halfway down, which would be delivery position, then I'm in a position to push through, and that allows me then to get all my upper body, all my segments, the club, moving towards the target at once. So rather than having that hang back that I was mentioning, if I go through that motion, I can get everything moving towards the target. So a great little exercise for that I encourage a lot of players to do is a med ball throw. I don't have a med ball with me today, but I do have a Swiss ball, and this would work as well. So all I'm going to show, I'll show you from face on first, so same motion. So I'm going to be here at the top. As I'm working through downswing, the pressure's moving from heel towards my toe. So you can see that I don't get that early push off, as I was showing from down the line just a minute ago. And from there I'm going to push through. So let me just get into a position here to kind of throw this ball. And what I love about med balls is because you have a target out in front as well, it really encourages and very intuitively creates the awareness of how you have to clear around your lead side. So if I want to throw this straight, I'm pushing off that big toe there, I better let my lead side clear. And I always encourage players to finish in this position here with the hands in that position there when they're throwing a med ball. So they're actually encouraging very similar technique that they would use in the golf swing. So I'll throw you one here. So you can see I get all my segments, everything moving towards the target there. So you could do a few of those to build some awareness of the timing in the downswing, and then pick up your club. And it's easy to hit a few shots here as well. building in that movement that you had with the med ball. Just keep it 50-50, or I should say hip high to hip high, half swings to begin with, and that should give you some good feedback if you can get it similar to how you moved with the med ball.